Bernardo Gutierrez de Lara was a Mexican Republican operating out of New Orleans. There, with the patronage of several American politicians, he gathered an army. He gathered an army of Mexican expatriates, but also of American adventurers. Former American Army officer named Augustus Magee. Gutierrez and Magee will launch an expedition into Texas in sympathy with the revolution started by Hidalgo and perpetuated by Morelos. Their real goal is to establish an independent enclave in Texas. Perhaps it's an independent Mexico that starts with a declaration in Bayard, or perhaps it's a new political entity. Gutierrez and Magee are going to sort that out once they have taken the key positions within Spanish Texas. Well, these strategic positions, there's really two main positions you must hold in Texas to control it. One is Bayard, and one is the Presidio La Bahia, near present-day Goliad. So, San Antonio and La Bahia become the points for this campaign. Magee gets sick and dies early on. So it's really about Gutierrez and his polyglot army of Mexican Republicans and American adventurers. Well, they take the Spanish positions. They take La Bahia, they take Bayard, and then they exceed even their own Republican ideals by executing the royalist officials in Texas. Gutierrez setting himself up as an insurgent ruler in Texas, he then sits back and awaits the inevitable royalist counterattack. He launches his campaign in 1812, and of course, what's going on in 1812? Number of massive world events. The French are invading Russia. The United States is declaring war on Great Britain. The entire world is ablaze. So nobody's really paying attention to what's going on in Texas. But the royalist troops in Mexico City are. And they send an expedition under a general by the name of Arredondo to go and reconquer this far northern province on that troublesome border with the United States. Arredondo hits Gutierrez's army south of Bayard near the Medina River in what becomes known as the Battle of the Medina in 1813, August of 1813. It's a hot summer day. The royalist forces flat outmaneuver and outfight these Republican insurgents. Scatters Gutierrez's army, breaks up the insurgency in Texas, and the survivors flee. So Texas, once again, is returned to the royalist fold. One of the heroes of the Battle of the Medina is a young ensign by the name of Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna.